Chapter 4, The Burning Banner. The march home began with solemn silence. The barbarian stronghold lay behind them, smoldering like the last breath of a beast finally slain. Smoke curled into the gray sky, mixing with the cold mountain mist. The knights moved in single file, armor battered, eyes heavy. They carried their wounded on makeshift litters and their dead wrapped in cloaks. Sir Alaric led them as always, his sword now blackened from battle. Tomas rode beside him, no longer simply a boy but a warrior, though he still bore the wide-eyed look of someone who had seen both glory and horror. "We should reach the border by nightfall," Alaric said. Brother Heman nodded from the rear. "If the weather holds. And if the beasts of this mountain are not stirred by blood." Tomas shifted in his saddle. "You mean the wolves?" Heman looked grim. "I mean those who feed on carrion and despair. Men who waited for Valgar's fall, who dream not of unity, but of vengeance." Alaric said nothing. He didn't have to. By midday, the snow returned. It began as a whisper, gentle and soft, but quickly thickened into a storm. Visibility dropped. The trail vanished beneath a sheet of white. The horses struggled. Men coughed, shivered, muttered prayers between chattering teeth. Then came the sound, distant, almost hidden in the wind. A horn. Not theirs. Alaric raised a fist. The column halted. He turned to Heman. "Did you hear that?" The priest knight nodded. "Northwest ridge." Alaric scanned the blizzard. "They followed us." Tomas gripped his reins tighter. "I thought the barbarians fled." "They did," Alaric growled. "But not all of them. Some still serve death." The ambush came at dusk. Figures emerged from the snow, cloaked in white, their armor painted with ash. No drums this time. No battle cries. Only the whisper of blades and the sudden scream of men. Arrows hissed from the ridges. One knight fell with a shaft through his throat. Another stumbled into a trap, a pit concealed beneath branches and snow. Alaric drew his sword. "Shields! Form on me." Tomas stayed close, heart thundering in his ears. He blocked a strike from a barbarian with a raised axe and slashed across the man's thigh. Blood sprayed the snow. Around them, the battle became chaos. Heman was knocked to the ground, his mace flung from his hand. A savage stood above him, axe raised. Tomas didn't hesitate. He lunged and drove his blade into the man's back. The barbarian gasped and collapsed. Heman coughed. "That's twice you've saved me, boy." Tomas offered a hand. "No one dies today." After what felt like hours, the attackers retreated into the blizzard, vanishing like ghosts. Alaric stood in the center of the blood-stained snow, breathing hard, blade crimson. 6 more knights were dead. "Still they come," he muttered. "Even without a king, their hatred lives." He turned to the survivors. "We can't outrun them. They know the land better than we do. If we keep running, they'll pick us off one by one." "What do we do?" Tomas asked. Alaric stared at the horizon. "We make a stand." They found the ruins of an old watchtower, a crumbled relic from an empire long fallen. Its stone walls were cracked, its roof caved in, but it offered shelter. The knights worked quickly, piling snow and rocks to form barricades, reforging broken spears into traps. They hoisted the banner of the Lion Order atop the crumbled tower, tattered and stained with war. "Let them come," Alaric said. "Let them see that even in ruin, we hold." Night fell fast. And with it came the enemy. The second assault was worse than the first. Barbarians charged through the dark, screaming, torches in hand. They flung fire into the ruined tower, tried to scale the walls with ropes and claws. But the knights held. Tomas fought beside Alaric, sword in hand, blood on his face. Every swing, every parry, felt like thunder in his bones. He saw Haman take a spear to the leg but keep swinging. He saw a knight tackle two enemies into the snow, never rising again. He saw fire catch the lion banner. "No!" he cried, running toward it. The flames licked up the cloth. Tomas tore it down, beating it against the stone, smothering the fire with his cloak. Alaric joined him, helping stomp out the last of the blaze. When it was done, Tomas held the scorched banner in his hands. "It still stands," he said. Alaric met his gaze. "So do we." By dawn, the attackers were gone. Their dead lay frozen around the tower. The remaining knights stood atop the broken wall, weary but unbroken. "We must move," Haman said, limping. "There may be more behind them." Alaric nodded. "But we've bought time. And hope." He turned to Tomas. "You risked your life for a banner. I didn't want them to see it fall." "They did see," Alaric said. "And it burned. But we raised it again." He handed the banner back to Tomas. "Carry it. Until we return home." They left the tower by midday, the scorched banner fluttering in the cold wind, carried by a boy who now bore the strength of 100 battles. Their journey was not over. But the enemy knew now, these knights would not run. Would not break. Would not bow. Even when fire consumed their banner, they carried it forward. For honor. For brotherhood. For the vow.